Welcome to my YouTube channel Horizon of Science, and in today's video we are going to learn about connective tissue. The word connective, it comes from the word connection. So how do these tissues form connections in our body, or what connections do they make? They connect various parts of our body, or they connect muscle to the bones and sometimes bones to other bones, means one bone to the other bone, and they also connect various organs, keeping them in proper place. So how will they keep them in proper place? They will fill the space around the organs. Like suppose it is some organ, so around the organ they will fill up the space and they will keep them in proper place. So they will give kind of support to that organ. And what are their characteristics? So they will have a lot of intercellular spaces, means they will have an abundance of intercellular space, and these intercellular spaces, they will remain filled with the matrix. So obviously if they will have a lot of intercellular spaces, they will be filled with the matrix. So why do they have intercellular spaces? Because they are forming the connections between bones to bones and between muscles and bones, and sometimes they fill up the space between the organs. That's why they will have a lot of intercellular spaces. So that's why they will be provided with a lot of matrix. And few cellular elements, means they will not have a lot of elements inside the cells, and they will consist of fibers, mostly fibers. So types of connective tissue. What are the types? They are of three types basically: connective tissue proper, supportive connective tissue or skeletal tissue, and fluid connective tissue. Connective tissue proper, so they serves for packing and binding the organs. So it also has three categories, like areolar connective tissue, adipose connective tissue, and fibrous connective tissue, which we will read about or learn about. And supportive connective tissue, that is skeletal tissue, like our bones, they make the skeletal system in our body. So they give a kind of support system to our body. So this supportive connective tissue is made up of cartilage and bones, which will give support. And third kind is fluid connective tissue, which is made up of blood and lymph. Fluid, as the name suggests here, they will be liquid in nature. So first we are going to read about or learn about connective tissue proper. So connective tissue proper, they consist of areolar tissue, adipose tissue, and fibrous connective tissue. So areolar tissue, that is also known as packing tissue, because they are the tissues which are found most abundantly, or they are found most widely in human body. So where do they occur? They occur beneath our skin. So they will spread throughout our body. So they will be distributed throughout our body, and they will provide the elasticity to the skin. Suppose if we pull the skin of our hands, like so, they will provide the strength to withstand that strain of pulling. So they will provide the elasticity to the skin, and they will be forming the continuous sheet below the or beneath the skin. Now the next category is adipose tissue. So they are specialized cells, or they are consisting of cells which store fat. These are adipose tissue. As you can see, these are adipose tissue. They are specialized cells, or they have got specialized cells which store fat in the form of energy, or you can say they store energy in the form of fat. They store fat, or they store energy in the form of fat. And they also provide padding around the organs, like around the kidneys and around the eyeballs. So they also provide padding around the organs, and they give them kind of support. And they also act as insulator, means they prevent the body heat from escaping out, or they are helpful in retaining the body heat. So adipose tissue, they are basically storing the energy in the form of fat beneath our skin. Now next category. The next category is fibrous connective tissue. Fibrous connective tissue. Now here fibrous connective tissue, they are made up of tendons and ligaments. Tendons and ligaments. Now what is the difference between tendons and ligaments? We will see in this picture. Here tendons, they are comprised of white fibrous tissue and they connect muscles from bones. You can see this is tendon, this is the connecting part between muscles and bones. So tendons always connect between muscles and bones. And ligaments, they will be connecting always one bone to the other bone. Here in knee joint, you can see here one bone is there and here other bone is there. So tendons will be connecting the knee joint or knee bones. Here two bones they will be connecting, and they will be located sidewise, and they consist of yellow fibrous tissue. So tendons consist of white fibrous tissue, ligaments consist of yellow fibrous tissue. Tendons connect muscle to the bones, whereas ligament connects one bone to the other bone. So three kinds of connective tissue proper we have just studied. They are areolar tissue, adipose tissue and fibrous tissue. The next category of connective tissue is supportive connective tissue. Supportive connective tissue, it is also called skeletal connective tissue because as I told you, skeletal system, they consist of bones and they give support to our body. That's why they are called as supportive connective tissue. So they consist of cartilage and bones. Now here we can see what is cartilage. They are non-porous tissue and they are semi-transparent and elastic. And where are they present? In nose and external ears. And bones, where are they present? Bones are present all over our body. They form the skeletal system, and they are porous tissues, means they will be with small holes, you can say, and they consist of living cells and many kinds of inorganic salts, like all salts of calcium, like calcium carbonate, calcium phosphate, magnesium phosphate, means various kinds of salts will be present in bones. Now let us have a look in their transverse sections, means transverse sections of cartilage as well as bones. Here if we look at the TS or transverse section of cartilage, we can see the matrix is scattered all over, means all around it is scattered, and here they there in, if we see in this matrix, chondrocytes, these cells are called chondrocytes, like they will be present scattered. So they will be always in group of 2, 4 or 8, and they will be present in a fluid filled spaces which is known as lacunae. Like if you take it as fluid filled space, the lacunae will be in group of 2 or maybe in group of 4. So this is fluid filled space, and inside of it, this inside this lacunae, these chondrocytes will be present, and white fibers will also be present. Blood vessels are also there. So this is about the transverse section of cartilage. Now let us have a look at the transverse section of bones. So bones, you can see here the matrix will be present in concentric layers, one after the others. It's very easy to recognize the transverse section of a bone. So here always remember the matrix will be present in concentric layer, and as I told you, it will be made up of many living cells and a lot of salts, inorganic salts. And here so here matrix will be present in concentric layers around a circular canal. You can see here at the center circular canal is located. They are called Haversian system or Haversian canal. This central canal is called Haversian canal, and along with this matrix they will be called Haversian system. So this is about the transverse section of a bone. So now how are they located together, this cartilage and bones? Here if you look here, there is a bone, here one bone and here bone is there. So in between them the cartilage will be located. So this cartilage will be acting as a shock absorber, like they will never allow two bones to rub against each other. So this is cartilage, like the example of our knee bone. So when we get older, this cartilage they get disintegrated and we feel the difficulty. So they will be always present between the two bones, this cartilage. And ligaments, as we studied about ligaments, they will be always present sidewise, and cartilage between the two bones, and they will be acting as shock as absorber, and they will reduce the friction between two bones, or they will prevent the two bones against rubbing. Now here the fluid connective tissue, as the name suggests, here fluid means they will be in the form of liquid, they will be liquid. So they consist of lymph and blood. So what is this blood consist of? They are composed of liquid part called plasma, means the base liquid of the blood, that is plasma. And it has got three kinds of cells. They are RBC, WBC and platelets. RBC, red blood corpuscles or erythrocyte, WBC leukocytes, and platelets, which helps in the thickening of the blood or clotting of the blood, or we also call it as thrombocytes. So blood will be consisting of plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. And lymph. Now the second part is lymph. What is this lymph? They are the fluid which surrounds the body cells, means they will be surrounding the body cells, and they are the liquid which oozes out of the blood. Yes, so they will be blood plasma oozed out from the blood vessels, but they will be with the white blood cells. So what is the basically function of white blood cells? They will protect us against the foreign bodies. So lymph is a liquid or plasma of the blood along with the WBC, means lymph is equal to plasma plus WBC. So this is all about fluid connective tissue. So here we had studied about the types of connective tissue, and in my next video I will be providing you information about the muscular tissues. So if you have liked my video, please give it a like, subscribe my channel and share it. And thanks for watching my video. We will meet again in my next video. Thanks once again.